Today we'll be learning how to decompose a number, like a big number, 300,000, or a small number, like 60. The objective is to teach students how to decompose a number like big numbers like 300,000 or even bigger, or small numbers like 60. This is a place value chart. If you don't have a place value chart at home and you have a big number like 36300, then you can just do it. If you want to know the place value of 3, you underline it, and then we'll start from the units. So, units for U, tens, T for tens, H for hundreds, thousands for TH, and 10 thousands. So if you see, the 3 is in the hundreds column. So 3 is its place value is 300. Let's do the whole number. What is the place value of the unit? Well, it's still the same because it's 0. So that stays the same. Plus 0, 0, plus 0. 6 is in the thousands. So 6,000, like this. Or 10,000, like that. So plus 6,000, plus 300. And you can just leave it like that because zeros don't matter. Or you can put the zeros if you want. This was just one way to find out the place value. There's many more. Let me show you. We already did the first way to decompose a number. So here's the second. So we have this number, and we want to break it down. So the second one, you take this digit, which is 3. So the place value of 3 is 30,000. Sorry, I gotta erase a 0. So 30,000. Or we can write it like this: 300,000, like that, and then plus 6, 10,000, plus 3, TH or 1,000, plus nothing because zeros don't mean anything. So that means our audience knows that the rest is zeros. For the next way to decompose a number, go to the next page. Here's the third way, how to decompose a number. So let's say we had the number like this number here, and we want to break this number down. So 1 times 100,000, which equals 100,000. So that's what that one place value is, plus 7 times 10,000, like that, which is 70,000. That's a 7, not a Z, whatever it is. And then, so plus 5 times 1,000, equals 5,000. That's the place value for 5. So place value for 5, 1, 7. Place value for 2. Place value for 2 is 2 times 100, which equals 200 plus 3 times 10, which is 30. So that's for 3. This is for 2. And then last one is 6. 6 times 1 equals 6. And that is the place value. This is the third way how to decompose a number. Check out the other ways how to decompose a number in the next page. So we can do the same number. So 1,705. Sorry, hold. 1,705. 236. There we go. So that's our number. So the one is in the hundred thousands. So 100,000 plus 75,000, because these two can combine and make 75,000 instead of 70,000 and 5,000, plus 236. And that equals the number that we just decomposed. Check out the next way how to do it. That was the fifth way how to decompose a number, and here's another. We have our number here, and we can also do these two numbers combined in 175,000 plus 200, because 2's place value is 200, plus 36, because we can combine those two, and it's 36, which equals, if you add them all up, it's a different number, or actually the same number. So if you add them all up, or we decomposed it and then re-added it all up, and it came to the same exact number. Imagine we had this number of money and we want to know how many $100 bills are in it. So we would have to decompose it and then divide by 100 to see how many bills are in that number. And then we'll add them all up and see our final answer. So, we'll start with this number here, which is 1, and it is in the 100,000s. So we'll write 100,000 divided by 100. How many times is 100 going to 100? 1. So 1 times 100 is 100. Minus equals 0. Bring down that 0. How many times is 100 going to 0? 0. 0 times 100 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Bring down another 0. 0. 0 times 100 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Bring down another 0. 0. 0 times 100 is 0 minus equals 0. So, at the end we get $1,000 bills in just one number, 100,000. So we have $1,100 bills in $100,000. Now another one. Let's do the 7. The 7 is 7 70,000 divided by 100. So 100 times 700, or 70, equals 0. So we go to the next number, which is 0. So how many times 100 go into 700? 7. 7 times 100 is 700. 700 minus 700 is 0. Bring down another 0. How many times does 100 go into 0? 0. 0 times 100 is 0. Minus equals 0. Bring down another 0. How many times does 100 go into 0? 0. 0 times 100 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So $700 bills in this number. So far we have $1,000 bills in $100,000, $700 bills in 70,000. So now we've done 1, so we can cross that off, and 7, so we can cross that off. Now we're doing 5. So 5,000 divided by 100. How many times does 100 go into 50? 0. So we go to the next one, which is 0. So 100 times 500 equals 5. So 5 times 100 is 500. 500 minus 500 is 0. Bring down that 0. How many times 100 go into 0? 0. 0 times 100 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So 50 and 5,000. There is $100 bills in the number 5,000. So now we'll do this one. We'll cross off the 5 and do 2. So 2 is easy. 200 divided by 1,000. So 1,000 times 200 is 2. 2 times 100 is 200. Minus equals 0. So 2. There is two $100 bills in $200. There is 0 in 30 because 30 is below 100 and 0 in 6. So those we can just cross off. So now that we have all our numbers, we can add them up. So these are our numbers. I'm going to put them down here so it's more clear. So 1,000, 750, and 2. So add those all up. 2, 5, 7, 1. There is 1,752 $100 bills in this big number. That is a lot of $100 bills.
Let's do a recap on everything that we have done. So we have decomposed a number into 5 different ways. The first way was to take the place value and add them all together. The second way was to take the place value and the smaller way to write it. So let's say 10,000, you write TTH for 10,000. Or you do, it's the same as the first one, but just you times it. It's just a different way to do it. The second one is 175,236. So we just add, it was 175,236. So we put together the 7 and 5, and we put the 2, 3, and 6 together to make one number. And then same with the bottom one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. Bye!